from a memory card. We're going to use a program called Hedge to do that. The first thing that we'll do is we'll put the memory card in, and then we'll open up Hedge. Hedge looks like this. Okay, so in Hedge, by default, it's just going to have a bunch of disks, and then we can say what our source is and what our destination is. So our source is going to be our memory card from the memory card reader. It looks like that. Destination is going to be a Mac hard drive and our LaCie hard drive. So we're going to back up to two places at once. One kind of funny thing we have to do is select the folder location inside those destinations. So if we hit the hamburger on LaCie, we can say project folder browse. And in this group, it's going to be under LaCie, and then project 1, and this is group 3. We already have a pre-established folder structure here under sources, video, originals, and the rest of that folder structure will be populated later. But that's where we're going to put it for the LaCie. And then for this hard drive, we're actually going to choose a box folder, so it's backed up in the cloud as well. So we're going to choose box over here, XR Studio. We're going to choose our same class, 2023 Spring Virtual Production. It's project 1, group 3, sources, videos, originals. So same place on both. The last thing we'll do is Hedge works really nicely in conjunction with this free program called Parachute. The integration for that was set up already under integrations here under Parachute. So we just have to install Parachute and tick that little enable Parachute integration. It's also cool to see that Scratch is in there too, since we use that. Okay, cool. So then in Parachute, we just go to more, change backup destination, because Parachute does do a little double check. And then I'm going to choose the LaCie destination here as the backup destination. So we'll press open, and then because it's a removable hard drive, it kind of thinks it's like a camera card or media card. So I'm going to say, yeah, just it's good. Back up to there, and we'll click Add Transfer. So we'll let that go. So we have Hedge double checking the transfer and making a log of that transfer. We have Parachute that's double checking the transfer as well. Later, once it finishes transferring, we'll also open it up in Red Cine X Pro and just scrub the video and make sure the transfer went through there also. Almost done. Okay, so it's pretty quick. Parachute comes up and says you are good to go. All files seem to be backed up. We'll go ahead and say erase. And all right. So what's kind of neat about Parachute, like erasing the drive, is it actually just sets a little flag that says the drive is ready to be formatted. So if I were to remove the memory card and put it back in, it just comes up with a little thing that says the disk you attached was not readable by the computer. We can actually ignore that, and if you ever need to restore it, you can restore it, which is kind of cool. So then it just unchecks that flag, and all your stuff is back on there. But I'll go ahead and eject that, and we can bring it back over to our camera to format. And you always want to have your camera format the drive because it'll increase the real number and everything like that. So, okay, cool. So what we can do is we can come over to our LaCie drive over here. We can show in Finder, and then we can just double check this footage actually kind of went through. So we can open up, actually just open up Red Cine X really. And then under devices, LaCie, we have project 1, group 3, sources, video, originals. And this should be the footage here, so we can double click that. You can adjust the resolution here. So like this computer, I don't think will play full or half premium. Oh no. Just barely doesn't play half premium in real time, so we'll slide it down to a quarter, and we'll fit both here, and then you can make this a little bigger actually. Cool, and then you can scrub the footage a little bit, just make sure it's good to go. Yeah, so it looks like that. Actually looks really good, guys. Awesome. And all right, so once it's good to go, we can format the card on the computer. Oh, last thing I'll mention, in terms of actually sharing this content, is you can make sure that the folder is shared with your group members. So under Box over here, you can click this to browse the Box folder, and it's still uploading to Box right now. But we can come over here to Project 1, Group 3, and just share that whole folder with your team. So it'll slide over here, and you can say share, and you can type in the email address of your team. Your personal email address is probably best. It is unlimited storage, so that's really nice. And then who's ever editing will just accept that invite, accept that folder share on their computer. And then to edit, what's kind of nice, what they could do with that workflow is on their computer, you can come over here to, like, let's say it's Group 3, and you can say make available offline. And so what that does is it'll just download that whole folder on your computer, and you just edit like it's on your computer. And then when you're done with the project, you could say make available online, and then it just unloads all that footage off your computer, and it frees up all that space. So you can only, so that way you can just work on what you need to work on, and it'll only take up as much space as you need.
Okay.
And that's it.